What's up, everyone? Nameco here with Fantasy Smack Talk, and we're talking about some more off-season moves, and we're going to talk about Lamar Miller going to the Houston Texans. But before we get into that, check out our app, Fantasy University. It's going to help you win your seasons because we give you the preseason advice, during season, and whenever you make the playoffs because of all that advice, how to win in the postseason. All right, let's get right into it. Lamar Miller signed a 4-year, $26 million deal with the Texans. There was a lot of buzz, and the Fins didn't even really try to retain him. So why was all that buzz there for Lamar Miller? Well, the Fins had typically, and what everyone thought in the football community, always underutilized Lamar Miller. He averaged 4.6 yards per carry. He averaged about 200 touches the last couple years, getting 8 touchdowns in those frames. So clearly the guy can find the end zone as well. He has the breakaway speed. So all of those factors made him a very intriguing free agent, and I think he is somewhat intriguing as well for your fantasy football season. You take a look at the Texans. While they're not the greatest team or greatest offense on the face of the planet, you still have DeAndre Hopkins that has to bring the safeties back. You have to respect that. Osweiler, we'll see what he can do, but even with the Hoyer-Mount debacle last year, they still got some decent running lanes because of the safeties being so far back. They could break off some longer chunks. So I see Lamar Miller as a RB2. I don't necessarily see him as a 1. I see him, and unfortunately I see what happened to him last year. He got a lot of hype late in the drafts. People started drafting him as early as the second round, I saw, which I thought was a little crazy because Miami didn't utilize him nuts. I think he will get that utilization for the Texans, but even with that said, he's still just an RB2 in my opinion. A solid one, but an RB2. All right, let's talk about Miami. When this first went down, everyone thought, oh, Jay Ajayi, they're going to love him, 3 down back. There's a lot of hype for the Fins about that, but they signed CJ Anderson to an offer sheet. The kid did get matched by Denver, so that's off the table. Then they say how much they love Ajayi again, but now there's speculation they might take a running back in the draft. They might be looking for a new one. So I do like Jay Ajayi's potential. I do like that upside, but while a couple weeks ago I would have said he's an RB2, yeah, I can't quite put it there because I have to really see what happens with the draft and what happens with the rest of free agency. He has the potential to be there, but it looks like the Fins are really trying to get a veteran to pair with him, so I really see him splitting carries, and he might end up being, unfortunately, just the change of pace it back. So that's a lot of running back news for 2 guys, one that's an RB2, one that might not be, but can't wait for football.